Welcome, race fans. We are here tonight with the loose lug nuts here at New Hampshire. This is going to be a great race here in the Gen 6. Man, I'm telling you, we got a lot of great drivers in here. I know a lot of these guys. First, I got to welcome into the booth here with me, though, my partner, Jeff Wood. Jeff, good to have you there, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Rudy.
What do you think? What's your thoughts on tonight's race here at New Hampshire?
Well, I mean, we're about 6-7 races in here so far in the Loose Lug Nuts Racing Series on the Sunday Cup. We've been here all week. We've seen two different winners from Thursday and Saturday, and it's a good track, mile track. We're going to see some, bump and runs. We've had a green-white checkered finish on Thursday, so there's a lot of excitement to come into New Hampshire, and also with about a full field here tonight, there's going to be some maybe new names up front too.
Well, do we have any green-white checkers or resets in here tonight?
There are no reset. 13 incident limit amount set for tonight, but yeah, there's up to 3 green-white checkers scheduled.
Oh, okay. Well, that could extend the race out quite a bit.
Yes, it could.
Well, you got the points you want to run down through? I'll let you run down through them.
All right. Yeah, these are the unofficial points so far through this series. Jeff Gilmore in the 57 machine with 211 points. He is points leader. Josh Henderson, 190 in second place in that 024. Brandon Needham, 096. He has 186 points in third place. Kevin Winter in the 78 machine. He's 173 points in fourth. James Lehman in the number 8, 171 points, fifth. Daniel Smallwood, 2 wins so far in the Cup Series. He's 6th place in points, 166. Tied with him is Tyler Needham, 166 himself. Topper Dugas, one of our outstanding rookies this summer season. He's 8th with 160 points. Brandon Thornhill in the 68 machine, 154 points in 9th. And Kyle Chadwick, still looking for a Cup win with 153 points.
All right, very good. Well, let's look at the race analytics here and see what they're going to have to deal with out here tonight. We got 75 degree air temperature, 76 degree track temperature, which is actually pretty cool, so there should be a lot of grip for these guys. They're doing 140 laps. That's 140 miles here at this 1 mile oval. Tire window, it kind of depends on how much they abuse them, but they could probably get 50 to 70 laps out of them if they took care of them. Fuel window, they're running 70% fuel here tonight, so they should be able to get around 40 laps. I do believe, if my math is correct, they should be getting around 40 laps. And pit road speed, 45 miles an hour. So, pretty good race analytics there.
Yeah, I mean, this is somewhat tricky to get onto pit road during green flag sessions. If we get to that point of the race tonight, that's where you're going to see probably guys getting onto pit road, decreasing that speed off of turn 4. It's going to be a little bit of a little controversy going on, as guys got to use their race chat to let people know.
Right. All right, well, we got about a little under 5 minutes left to practice here, folks. We'll be cutting away here to the national anthem here in a few minutes, or in a couple minutes, and but we'll be right back after that. But boy, I'll tell you what, there's some great drivers out there. I know a lot of these guys. Golly, man, Tony Gray, Michael D'Amico, Mark Jackson, James Lehman, I know him. Daniel Smallwood, of course, Mitchell Reeves, Kyle Chadwick, I know him. I'm trying to think of some other ones here.
Yeah, Smallwood. Yeah, Judd's from Savage Motorsports there with Robert McFarland, and Mitch Reeves showing up on his off time from drag racing. He's here tonight, and like you said, Kyle Chadwick, he's been awesome this season so far too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, pretty cloudy here tonight. I will have to say, kind of clouded right up there and made it going to make it a little easier on the eyes for the drivers. They won't be looking right directly, into the sun at any time during the race, unless those clouds decide to roll out and the sun pops back out. I don't know.
I don't know if you can raise the temperature too much here tonight, Rudy. Even the way it sits right now, an ambient temperature or an air temperature wouldn't necessarily increase it too much, as it's
Right.
at 77 degrees and they're almost an hour into practice.
All right, folks, we're going to cut away. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the bomb busting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the
All right, we're back, folks. Qualifying's just getting started here. We haven't had any times come in yet. Getting started here, so probably see some times coming in here right directly. There we go. Couple coming in. Cody Griffin to the top of the leaderboard.
Cody Griffin's be fast tonight. We're going to see Wes Holland, Jeff Merck, all good qualifiers themselves. Maybe see James Lehman stick in here. We have, gosh, 35 drivers, I think, here tonight, Rudy. So who knows who's going to be on top of that board.
Yep. All right. Well, so far, Cody Griffin's hanging on to it by 58 one-thousandths of a second.
Yep, Wes Holland's already done with his second lap. Cody Griffin's in there. Kevin Winter with a nice time.
Sula fourth. Merck in fifth place. Corey Blevins, sixth place. Nico seventh. Still got a lot of guys out on the track turning times, though. Well, hello to everybody in chat there. Sorry, it wasn't trying to be rude, but just until we get everything settled in here, you know, you got to give me a couple of minutes to get everything settled, and then I can say hello to everybody in chat there. Jay Covington, the champs. Arfsky, Andy, Nathan. How's everybody doing tonight?
Kyle Chadwick picks up a spot over his teammates there. He's second on the board now.
Yes, sir. 38 one-thousandths of a second back.
Oh, never mind. Mitch Reeves.
Mitch Reeves, yep. 19 one-thousandths of a second off of Cody Griffin.
So,
you can't even
Cody
blink
Griffin's
that
barely
fast.
hanging on.
You can't even blink that fast.
No.
Lehman up to fifth.
Yeah, he's going to be a strong contender tonight.
Smallwood's on the track. Let's see what he can do here. He was the fastest in practice. Jumps up to fifth on the board. Looks like it's going to be a one and done for him. Yep, one and done for Daniel Smallwood. I don't know if Mrs. Smallwood's watching tonight. Well, probably not. They probably don't know that it's on MaxSpeedTV, but
Well, I hope so. We linked up everywhere we could. "23 drivers qualifying. I think this is the most we've had in quite a few races. A couple of those times probably forced other guys to qualify themselves.
Brandon Thornhill. Using the rest of qualifying for practice. That's a good idea because you got the whole track to yourself. Oh, you can go out there and maybe test out some new things or something. I know a lot of guys that do that. Most guys, they just one and done and they're out of there, but you know, use the rest of qualifying for a little practice.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way you want to do it at the end, that's probably the best way to try to gauge what time you get to and how well you're going to fit into the field.
All right, well, looks like that's going to wrap it up for qualifying, and Cody Griffin's going to hang on to the pole. All right, let's give him the old MaxSpeedTV rundown here. Cody Griffin with the pole with a 27.120. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Mitchell Reeves will start on the outside in second. Kyle Chadwick in third. James Lehman fourth. Daniel Smallwood fifth. Wesley Holland sixth. Kevin Winter seventh. John Pansula in eighth. Jeffrey Merck in ninth. Corey Blevins rounds out the top 10. Jeff?
Yeah. And Thornhill 11th. Ken Richardson, the 16 machine 12th. Judd Danielson 13th. Wesley Whitfield Number 74 machine will be 14th. Michael D'Amico, 15th in that number 62 MaxSpeedTV machine. Josh Scott, 16th. Max Widener, 17th. Kevin Fetty, 18th. Mike Donahue in the 70, he'll be 19th. And Topper Dugas, 20th.
All right. Tony Romack, 21st. Mark Jackson, 22nd. Josh Patterson, 23rd. Andrew Essendon, I think. How you say?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Essendon, okay. We'll start 24th. Randy Arms will be 25th. Sean Dorr starts 26th. Jeff Gilmore, 27th. Tony Gray, 28th. Thomas Cristiano in 29th. Jay Smoke, 30th. Brandon Needham, 31st. Robert Mattis in 32nd. Lane Dugas will be 33rd. John Henderson, 34th. And Tyler Needham starting 35th on the field. All right, 35 drivers.
Yep, well, the guys asked for EOLs out there. I think Max Widener and Josh Patterson gaining an EOL. And I think Randy Arms is out here in our chat, so I don't think he's going to be racing at this moment.
Oh, okay. Car failed pre-race inspection. Okay. All right. That's a good way to put it. I like that. Well, Jeff, I'm going to let you have the honors and get them going here, brother.
All right, yep, just watching what the admins do. Looks like the 62 machine is going to have to take a back end to start, or maybe ask for it. EOL to Mr. D'Amico. Still coming up to the green as long as iRacing does not convert it into a yellow. Cody Griffin with that great time. Mitchell Reeves on his outside. It is going to be hard to get down here to start the race. He's going to have to get a good jump along with Cody Griffin. Here we go. Porsche pace car down. Cody Griffin, Mitchell Reeves looking to go. Green flag out. Here we go. Racing at New Hampshire for 140 laps.
All right, as they get caught up here and on that inside, gotta wait for my ticker to get caught up here. Mitchell Reeves still with a little bit of a bite on that outside. Man, he's going to lead the first lap, and he may lead the second. Or no, he didn't lead the first one. Excuse me. But he may lead the second one. And now that outside seems to be coming alive. James Lehman on the outside now, and he's going to clear Cody Griffin.
Yeah, Cody Griffin all the way back there. It looks like the outside line, the high line into the corner where you can carry the most speed is where you want to be. Quite different from Thursday when I last seen these guys run. James Lehman now looking to go low on Mitchell Reeves.
And boy, I'll tell you, he come out of turn 2 right there, and that car was everything but sideways. And he's battling right now side by side with Mitchell Reeves. He's got a good run off the corner, and he leads that lap.
Yep,
Nice.
Lehman to the lead. Yep. Cody Griffin now going to look to go low. Nope, can't do it in the middle of the corner. Wes Holland, Chadwick, Kevin Winter behind all this. Cody Griffin really hard back on the bumper of the 02 of Mitchell Reeves.
Well, you know, they if they're going to make a move, you know, these guys are doing this early. That's what you got to do, because if you're going to make a move, you got to do it on them new tires. Because one, oh, Cody, out of shape
into the wall.
Oh man!
Checking
Oh,
up, Wes Holland hard.
Oh my gosh, you're all piling up here. Whoa, man! Let's go back and take a look at that. Wow, he got all out of shape right there. Cody Griffin, and then that stacked up the number 4 right behind him.
Yeah.
The number 4 there, Wesley Holland, right behind him, and they do make contact. You'll see it here in just a second. Cody comes out of the corner. That car's everything but out of shape right there. He gets tagged in the back by Wesley Holland. Then Wesley gets tagged in the back and punted into the wall there by the number 88. That's the number 88 of, who is that?
Kyle Chadwick.
Kyle Chadwick. Okay, you're right. Okay. Kyle's able to continue on, but boy, I'll tell you what, we got some tore up cars now.
Yeah, no fast repairs, Rudy. I kind of seen this a little bit coming with the size of the field on a mile track. There's going to be times like that, but that took out two fast guys, and Cody Griffin, our pole sitter, and Wes Holland.
Yeah, it got serious damage on their cars. A lot of these leaders aren't coming in, but some of the guys back in fourth place and stuff on back, these guys are coming in. And we ran just enough green flag laps. I want to get these cars, I want to get new tires on it and check out. Some of them got a little bit of damage on the back there. Kevin Winters got some damage, got involved in that, a little bit of contact. James Lehman, he stays out. Well, who's going to be our first victim here? Hey, let's talk to Cody. What do you think? Talk to Cody and find out what happened there.
Cody's a little bit hot right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe we better not. Whoever you want to talk to, buddy. You have to make it quick.
Oh. Yeah. I'll go ahead and bring up the usual guy I asked for early information on. Leading this race early on, the 8 machine of James Lehman. Early caution there, buddy. Tell me what's going on the track.
Well, it's just it's one of those races where the car is very drivable, but it can snap loose on you whenever it hates you, and that was kind of one of those incidents that just happened, and it took out a lot of good guys. So.
Yeah, that a couple of your teammates there. Looks like we're doubling up. Real quick, tell me what you can about tires and fuel.
Tires here are not going to be too big until, we at least put 20 laps on them. I feel like with the practice I've done, the more heat that gets them, the better they turn, the better they ride. They don't break loose as much. Fuel, we're looking at about 35 to 40 laps, and sometimes you could stretch it to probably about 42, 43. So it should be a good night. If we can go green, we should be looking at least 2 or 3 pit stops.
Yeah, there we go, buddy. We'll talk to you hopefully later on.
Later.
All right, here we go. Pace car's just about ready to make that hard left turn. Lehman ready to get him going here again. Mitchell Reeves yet to leave that front row. Green flag is in the air, and we're back underway here, folks. Smallwood up to third. Side. Yeah, this
Daniel
is good
Smallwood
stuff.
There.
Yeah. Chadwick on the inside. Now Smallwood trying to make a move on the outside. Looks like he may have a pretty good run there. He can't come down into the corners, but he's all right. He got clear of Chadwick. Chadwick goes back to fourth. And now another side-by-side battle going on between Josh Scott and Sean Dorr. Sean Dorr coming from 26. Caution.
Looks like it's around the 58 and the 62 machine. That's what I'm seeing. I didn't see anyone spin out.
Yeah, let me go back and check this. 62 is actually off of the track.
I'm not seeing a caution here, Rudy.
It was an admin thrown or anything.
No, I got the board up. It was an admin thrown.
I wonder if it was because, oh, right there, the number 14. Yep, he spun it sideways right in front of a couple of the cars. He didn't go clear around, but he went around just enough to pop that caution.
Yeah, iRacing really throwing cautions left and right now, depending on which way your car is pointing.
All right. All right, caution number 2 on the track.
Yeah, we're going to see probably a quick series of cautions early on here, this 140. And the idea is that, maybe it helps shorten the field and get the racers an idea of how the races go. Obviously, we would like to see it go green flag because there's good competitive racing up front and the middle of the pack at the moment.
Yes.
Guys jockeying for position. We want to get to them.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood, how you doing? Long time no see. I guess you guys have been busy and I've been busy, so glad you're doing okay.
Yeah, they're avid viewers of Daniel there. They watch pretty much every race that he puts down.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Definitely faithful fans of watching their son race. That's cool. Yeah, they didn't have stuff like this when I was a kid. You know.
It helps improve racing. Good hobby out here on the sim too. At the same time, can be frustrating. Don't get me wrong. When you see drivers frustrated, it's because they put in all this time on track or whatnot, and then a caution comes out and they're involved. It really stinks. But good competitive racing out here at Loose Lug Nuts. Daniel Smallwood's won a couple, been involved in a couple. He's got a good way up here at the league and be looking for a full-time number next season.
Sure. Yeah, I used to broadcast a couple of different leagues that Daniel was in, and Lombard or Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood were always in chat, always watching. Pretty cool. Well, are the lights ever going to go out?
Yeah, I was wondering that too, Rudy. I mean, I didn't see the caution. It was a quick caution. I don't think it was anything but the 14 involved in it.
Well, there must be something, some guys down pit road or something that's causing it not to.
Well, we saw, Sean Dewar went down pit road and he made his way into the top 10. He was running fast. Yeah, he's backed up there with his teammate Thomas Cristiano at the moment.
Lights certainly should go out this time. And they do. Right.
Just took longer than what we expected.
Yep. It was like a 4-lap caution instead of a usual 3. Well, get them going again, Jeff.
Yep, and like Rudy said last time, Mitchell Reeves refuses to leave the front row. He's at least been able to stick his nose in there and maintain second place. Smallwood is third. Chadwick up to or back to fourth, which way you want to look at it. He's surrounded by Josh Scott, Max Widener. That's about your top 6. James Lehman still leading this race. He's going to be the man to beat out front unless Smallwood can get into a long run battle with him. Lehman's been starting inside the box here every time. Restarts at Loose Lug Nuts at leader's discretion after the pace car drops, but Lehman choosing to wait to see the green. There goes that pace car. Let's get back underway yet again. Lehman with a quick jump right before the green flag goes. There they go off into turn number 1, along with Mitch Reeves, Chadwick, and Smallwood.
Front 8 have not been to pit road yet, but first car that has just passed up Michael D'Amico. He was on pit road. Jeffrey Merck. He drove around Michael D'Amico there.
Yeah, new tires may be coming into effect here with some of these guys choosing to stay out. Richardson giving past D'Amico. Merck now going to work on Jay Smoke there.
Yeah, he's looking to the inside there, but wow. Smoke closed that door in a hurry.
There
And
is
here
a
he
ton of
comes
speed
again.
through the center of those corners. You
Yeah.
seen that?
Oh, yeah. A lot of speed. Oh, he's going to put it in there this time. You got to send it in there. It's the only way you can do it and hope that that thing sticks. And he does clear Jay Smoke. Very nice.
Yep, new tires, like you said, in effect here, Rudy.
Yep.
Next up, it's Josh Scott.
Ken Richardson just got around Jay Smoke. Well, yeah, the new tires are actually showing. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Lehman stretched that lead out to 3/4 of a second now over Mitchell Reeves.
Yep, seems to be like a one groove type line here for at least the fast line. Once you stretch out these leaders up front, Smallwood, I think if he got some clean air beyond Mitch Reeves and looked at Lehman, he may have a good run. But at the same time, Lehman likes to do this. He likes to step out and go away so no one can see what he's doing. Oh, Ken Richardson around.
Uh-oh.
Caution, yellow flag.
Yes, sir, he is around. Let's see if was there any contact there or was it just a self-spin?
It started with Josh Scott, the 23.
Okay, yeah, he's right ahead of Ken. Them two racing pretty hard around each other. But Ken went to the inside.
Ken had it. Just the 23 of Josh Scott broke loose off that corner.
Oh, right there. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he tried to get back in the throttle just a little bit too quick. That sent Ken Richardson into the fence. Oh my gosh, and he hit hard too.
Yeah, Ken's
Whoa.
probably his car's probably done for the evening. That was a tough hit for the 16. The 23 didn't look like he had too much damage except when he got swiped there.
All right, but he's coming into pit road. Be a
Blevins,
four-tire.
the 200 stays out.
Four-tire change. Guys have been out here 19 laps. And for a four-tire change. Well, you heard what Lehman said that you know, you want to get about 20 laps on these tires, and before they really start feeling good. And they were just at that mark. Now you got to go in and get new tires and start all over. You know, so all right, first one off of pit road.
Yeah, leaving first off, like I said, the 200 machine stayed out. I don't know if he pitted before there, Rudy.
I don't. He pitted on the last pit stop, but he probably just wants to stay out and get a lap led. He'll lead this lap here if he stays out. If he gets a lap led, then maybe on the next round he may come into pit road. And because I surely not on this track, I wouldn't want to stay out there with older tires. You know, everybody behind you's got new ones. Be kind of tough. Well, who are we going to talk to next?
Oh, let's see. We haven't talked in a while because I don't see him too often. We'll bring up the 02 Mitch Reeves for a quick chat before we get back to green. Mitch, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing good, Jeff. How about you?
All right. Good to see you on that drag car. Haven't talked to you in a bit, but tell us how it is up there in the front. You don't seem to want to go away. You got a good line on this car?
Yeah, I mean, we're probably a third or fourth place car at best. We're just kind of trying to fill it out. James is pretty quick, but just really happy to be back, man. It's been a while. Got a new computer rolling, so hoping all those bugs are worked out, and gonna just try to have some fun. Maybe get a top 3, maybe a win if we get lucky.
Yeah, anything's possible out here. This is short track racing. Still a while to go in this race. Weeding out drivers due to incidents and whatnot. You think you can stay clean up there?
We're gonna try our best. So far it's been pretty clean up here in front. I know it's been chaos back there, but we're gonna try our best to keep the O2 and all the quarters clean and try to keep it up front for sure.
All right, Mitch. Looks like we're gonna be going back green here in a lap or two, but thanks for those insights and welcome back on the track here, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, man.
I'll just let you handle all the interviews there, Jeff, because you know these guys a lot better than me, you know?
Yeah, I am the loose lug nut specialist of
there you go.
knowing guys here after 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like me with a couple other leagues I do, you know, after you've done them for so long. You know them guys inside out. You know them, I think, as well as they know themselves, you know? What kind of driving they can do on the track and how they're going to run at a certain track. Really makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, looks like the pace car is going to be dropping. James Lehman stopped front. Blevins went back down pit road right there at the end. So here we go. Lehman going to have control. No jump from him this time. It looks like green flag flies. 02 Mitch Reeves gets a nose better start. Lehman going to have the inside knock going into turn number 1.
And he's going to drive away from that. He's going to get away from that. But look at Daniel Smallwood to the inside.
Yeah, this is what Daniel needs.
He's got a nose inside Mitchell Reeves right now, but getting some grip off of that corner and trusting the grip is what you got to do. It's going to be hard to get him cleared. Oh, we got another caution.
Looks like 096, 85.
And they took him right off of the track. Let's go back and see here. Judd Danielson here. Wow, they took him right off of the track.
Winner. It started with the 78 machine. or excuse me, the one machine. I'm not really sure where it ended
right
up
there. Oh my gosh, Kevin Winter. Oh my, he just pile drove that wall. That's what started it right there, Kevin Winter. Oh my gosh. Wow. He hit that wall a ton.
Yeah, these guys are got to get going here on these long runs. These short runs are gonna. The guys in the back just got to start playing nicer with one another and watching their corner exit throttle control.
That's caution number 4 already. Still got 116 laps to go.
Yep. Guys up front are playing nice and using what they can. Maybe they got a better idea of what the track is. But like I say, the guys in the back, if they're seeing this constant, battle with one another, with tire difference or damage difference, the guys in the back have to realize, hey, if we want to survive, we got to back off one another and run like the guys up front are at a slower pace if need be.
All right. Well, I think eventually they'll get it sorted out. I mean, you look at, there's 3 guys that took it behind the wall already. Judd Danielson, Thomas Cristiano, and Josh Scott. Cody Griffin, of course, is out. And Lane Dugas, I don't think he even started and Andy Arms, either one started. Oh, but we're down to, looks like we're down to about 29 drivers on the track right now.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate weeding out of drivers. Sometimes it is the short track way, as you have noticed. They're breaking loose off corner, depending on their throttle push. It's time on track, really, unfortunately, it comes down to.
I mean, I hate to see people taken out like that, Hard driver, or good drivers, hard racers, and deserve every bit of what they get out there on the track as far as positions, and work hard at putting down a good qualifying time and then being taken out that early in the race. That's unbelievable. I hate that for them, especially, I'm sure there's been a lot of practice getting ready for it tonight.
Yep, it was New Hampshire all week in loose lug nuts. So Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, and obviously tonight, Sunday. We've been at New Hampshire now 3 different vehicles. So a lot of time on track for guys. A little bit differences, obviously, between Xfinity, truck, and now Cup car. But overall, it's the same thing. It's corner throttle control.
That's right. Throttle control is, man, the biggest key. Well, I don't know. James Lehman's, I'm not sure if I'm liking what he's doing there, laying back on these restarts and letting Mitchell Reeves get out there. I mean, he's not jumping the start. That's good. But, man, he's kind of laying back on these restarts. Not quite sure why he's doing that. Uh-oh, he's having something here he's pulling off.
Yeah, he has some difficulties. They need to call for an EOL for him, or he needs to get back up there. I think he had he runs VR, so he may have just had a little VR blue screen.
Okay. All right, here we go, folks. Back to green. Pace car heads in. And Lehman holding them back, and there they are. Green.
Smallwood with a good inside line there behind the 8 machine.
Mitchell Reeves on that outside, man, you would think that he'd be really able to get that grip off there, but boy, here comes Smallwood to the inside again.
Heat on tires right now is a big thing too, Rudy.
Yep. Yeah, and this, racing and then pacing and then racing and then pacing, the heat cycle on them tires is not good. Not good for the tires. They get them hot and then they cool off, then they get hot and then they cool off, Jeffrey Merck coming right up on the back of these guys. Go back here, check on a few guys. Kevin Fetty. Kevin Fetty coming from 18th to 16th. Mark, oh, we got another caution. Oh, that's up front this time. Smallwood, no. And Mitchell Reeves in that. Oh, man, let's go back and check this out. I don't know if Daniel got into Mitchell or Mitchell got into Daniel or what happened here. We're going to find out.
Meeting in the middle, Rudy.
That what it was?
It kind of looked like, I mean, they both accelerated at the same point. Unfortunately, I think Smallwood got the most heaviest damage there, backing up into the bottom line. There.
Oh, man, spins them both out. And they were okay at that point right there, but along comes somebody and hits them. Oh, more guys into it. Oh, gosh. The 26 and the number 3. Oh, man. So, yeah, more guys into it. Mark Jackson takes it behind the wall in the number 3 there. Oh, my. All right. Well, these guys are coming to pit road to get them looked at. If there's anything they can salvage on the cars, or if they just load them on the hauler and go on to next week.
Yep, Dega next week here at Loose Lugnut, so big races coming up. We'll have to hope for the big tracks to show improvement of how you work together, but John Pansula, Max Widener moving up in position, Michael D'Amico hanging out there in the top 10 himself, Tony Gray, you mentioned him early on in the race, he's up to 8th, Josh Patterson 9th. So there's a lot of guys sneaking into the top 10 now as drivers start to fall out.
Yeah, Josh Patterson he started 23rd today. Pretty good move. Kevin Fetty now just picked up a bunch of positions since that caution. And these guys are all staying out, but there's quite a few of them going to come to pit road and just freshen up them tires a little bit. Get on a different fuel strategy. We're only running 70% fuel here tonight, so they can get about 38 to 42 laps right along in there, depending on how hard they push it. But Jeffrey Merck, the new leader.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad call. We saw Merck make a tire call earlier that got him running through the top 10 on what was our longest run at that point of like 7 to 8 laps there after caution number 2. So he can move through the field. There's a lot of guys behind him that have chosen to do the same. So the guys that take tires here may have a little bit of disadvantage of getting through that field. And at the same time, people have to note the tire difference too and calculate their moves on the field.
Right. Oh, Max Widener on the outside here. Now he's moved up from 17th. They should get the one to go here.
And I think Max Widener podiumed last night in the Xfinity Series, so he's going to be a contender here tonight, it looks like.
Pansula, Michael D'Amico now in 4th. Mike Donahue starting 5th. We're right on board here with Mike Donahue for this restart. I'll let you get him going there, Jeff.
All right, picking up my camera angle on the 70 machine looking at the front of the field here. Jeff Merck, like we mentioned, leading them off here. So this is the first time James Lehman has not led our field to the green flag. Just under or just over 100 here to go. About 108 left on the field before we come down and take this green flag. Merck going to get a good jump, I think. I think he's going to do differently than Lehman. He's got Max Widener on his outside. Looking from Donahue's position, he's laying back off the 01 of Pansula on the inside line. Merck looking to go. There he goes. Merck goes early. No one else sees it. And Donahue and the rest of the field are laid back as the green flag flies again.
All right, man, almost contact there between Donahue and D'Amico. I think they just made contact. Whoa, man, Donahue really pushing it hard right now. And Josh Patterson around the outside of Mike Donahue now.
Donahue leaned up too high through that corner. I think that's no contact, though. He was able to keep it off the 026.
Very good. Jeffrey Merck continuing to lead by almost 3/4 of a second now over Max Widener.
And Max Widener hasn't really seen time up front, so like Jeff Merck has. So we'll have to see what he's doing different compared to Jeff Merck. And our technical leader throughout the night is back in 16th position at the moment, James Lehman.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, we'll see if he can get back to the front. We'll keep an eye on him. If he can get back up to the front, he's probably going to have to do the caution game here, play the cautions a little bit, stay out and try to pick up a couple of positions. It's like he said earlier, you know, after you get about 20 laps on these tires, they start feeling pretty comfortable. So we'll see if they have a green flag run here. Maybe he'll be able to work by a few of them. But Merck checking out.
Yeah, Merck's definitely checking out. Almost, what, a second now almost here?
Is a full second.
D'Amico and Patterson running for position there with Topper Dugas behind them.
Yeah, Topper actually going around the outside there of Josh Patterson. Very nice move.
Yeah, Topper may have a little bit fresher tires or better handle on the track. Patterson losing speed out of turn number 4. We'll see how Topper gets through here and looks at D'Amico next. D'Amico running a great race. I hate to say I'm surprised, but yeah, not seeing D'Amico too much on track anymore. He's doing pretty good up there in 4th.
Yeah, he's hanging out. You know, and actually he's he's got enough space between him and Pansula. He's almost like running in clean air. And I know these cars love clean air. They don't like dirty air.
Oh no, being bunched up behind someone is the worst thing that this A car does, along with, you know, being, you know, super speedway every mile and a half track. So, around is
we
the
got a
88
spin.
and 8.
Oh my.
They pirouetted there.
Oh, so Lehman caught up into that. Let's go see what happened here. James Lehman and Kyle Chadwick. Okay, Lehman's on the outside. Looks like they got a car in between them or something there. I'm not really sure. Let's see what happens here. Might have been some contact, I'm sure. But who made the contact? Looks like Chadwick. Chadwick on the inside of Ken Richardson. Oh, he goes around, and so does Lehman. What was that? They both kind of like synchronized spinning right there. They never made contact.
Yeah, they were hand in hand doing some type of dance or whatnot.
Wow. Well, good braking by Lehman, because I don't think he got into the wall. These guys were okay. Nobody got into them, or they didn't get any damage on their car. That's always a plus. With no resets, man, you don't want to have damage on them.
It was our first, you know, I would say real caution. A lot of the early cautions, what we've seen is, you know, people mixing it up and whatnot. But
oh yeah,
this was the first one. Was actually no one involved. It was, you know, 2 accidents that happened at the same time.
All
A
right,
couple of leaders stayed out.
Caution number 6. Merck gonna stay out. Max Widener, D'Amico, Topper, Mike Donahue, Brandon Needham up to 6th, Tyler Needham 7th, John Pansula 8th, Josh Patterson 9th, and Tony Gray top 10.
Yeah, I mean, all different names here tonight from what we've seen early on. Daniel Smallwood not out of it. Technically, he was running the lead lap, getting extensive damage repaired there. Same thing with Mitchell Reeves. I know he was involved in early caution. Sorry about that. Mike messed up.
Right now, we've got about 27 cars on the track. Wesley Whitfield and Mark Jackson out. Others that were out are Judd Danielson, Thomas Cristiano, Josh Scott, Cody Griffin. are also down to 27 drivers on the track. That's still a lot of cars on this 1 mile track. Think about it.
Yeah, it's still a jam-packed track with a different tire situation going on. Obviously, different damage situation going on too. Clean
Right.
cars are the fastest sometimes.
Although I'm not trying to disagree with you in any way, but I have drove cars that had damage on them that drove better than they did without the damage.
Oh yeah, sometimes you can get that Talladega flare just
Yep.
rubbing the wall, and it makes the car faster aerodynamically.
Yep. No, I've had damage like a front fender damage or something on a short track or something like this, and man, the car, you can just like flat foot it.
Oh well, yeah. Sometimes damage on short tracks too. Speaking to that, is how much damage you have. You
Right.
can run with damage, that's for sure, as long as it's not affecting the max RPMs you're getting.
All right, here we go, folks. Back to green. Starting on lap 44 as the pace car dives in pit road. Jeffrey Merck on the loud pedal. Green, green, green. Good jump there by Jeffrey Merck.
He really does like that early jump, doesn't he?
Man, I'm telling you. Well, I kind of like it too. That's probably what I would do. But Topper does get around Michael D'Amico on that restart.
Yeah,
We got
D'Amico's
another caution?
Nope. I don't know. They're driving slow, aren't they? Yeah, there is
Kyle
another caution.
Chadwick again, and the number 4 there of Wesley Holland. Wesley lapped down. So let's see what happened here to Kyle Chadwick. That's 2 in a row he's got involved in.
I didn't hear it called out.
Yeah.
I just saw them slowing up. Chadwick
he did not get a good start.
He didn't get a good start, and I think he was pressing his position there with Kevin Fetty on the far outside, and Kevin Fetty really had the line.
Yeah, they had 3 wide there, and he's going to go around. Yeah, the 94. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. And then a couple other guys got involved in it. The number 4 comes along. Wesley Holland, he is already 14 laps down because he had to sit on pit road and get damage fixed. Now he is seriously tore up with that car. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of the regular guys here, we run special events that MaxSpeedTV does cover. And if you're top 12 in points in any of the 3 series on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, you go on and you get a free entry into those special events. So top 12 for the next one, and that's why we're seeing guys run with extended damage. They're trying to maintain points.
All right, Max Widener in second, Topper Dugas in third, D'Amico fourth, and John Pansula now back into the top 5.
Yeah, he has fresh tires there, Rudy. We've seen that before this quick caution. So Pansula getting a real payoff early on, going to be around guys that have been on 15-lap tires.
It looks like Corey Blevins and Kyle Chadwick take the car behind the walls. Looks like we're maybe about 24 left on the track. Boy, the field's really getting thinned down.
Yeah, unfortunate and maybe fortunate in some circumstance that you can look at it that way. Just tons of cars on this track here this evening running around this mile short track. A lot of damaged cars still on the field. One super fast line, and the best way to get under the fast line is go to the inside. And the guys just got to play nice. It really just comes down to that, Rudy.
And I always say, the fewer the cars on the track, the fewer the cautions. And I think that's what we're going to see here in a little bit.
I'm just wondering how well this payoff's going to be for the 60, the 042 Topper, and the 095. Mr. D'Amico there. those top four, they got a good. They could get out, make a Pansul, and the rest of the guys behind them use their tires. This might improve for Jeff Merck if he can get a good jump again.
And it's good that he's doing that. He's kind of getting himself out away from the field. It's a good idea.
Yeah, not side by side with a little bit of checkup.
All right.
You know, each to their own how they restart the race, I guess. But
Sure.
you know, like you said, getting out away from people, you know, it's really on you driving the car at that point into the corner.
Daniel Smallwood sitting on pit road getting damage fixed up. Wesley Holland again. Jay Smoke. We do have some guys sitting on pit road getting damage fixed. All right, back to green.
Yeah, 60 got a huge jump there.
Hopper now looking to the inside of Max Widener, and it looks like he may have a good jump there. I'm thinking he might have him.
And we'll have to wait.
Max got really loose right there coming off of turn 2.
Oh, yeah, he did. A lot of speed on the top. Topper tries to block a little bit just to get up in the fast groove. 042 with the crossover.
Here he comes. He just said, "Oh, no, you don't." And he sent it into the corner pretty deep right there.
Yeah, that's going to walk Topper up the top of the track.
Yep.
He has to slow down. There's going to be a big jumble up behind the 095 now.
Here comes Josh Patterson now looking to possibly get around D'Amico. He
spins
loses it.
Yellow.
And there it is. He brings out the yellow. Man, he got sideways right in front of traffic, and that's a shame. Josh has been running really good. Now, he didn't get any damage on the car. None to speak of, anyhow. Just a slight brush of the wall by the back corner.
Yeah. In my
he'll be
mind,
all right.
iRacing shouldn't have called that a caution, but that was,
Yeah.
where it ended up.
Yep, we were right on that when it happened. I don't really think we need to go back for a replay on that, but
No, I'm going to see if that 60 machine's going to pit, and then we're going to hopefully talk to him and see how he's feeling up front. I don't think he's going to pit. He's liking it up front there.
oh, he's pitting.
Well, I am behind the times. We'll still bring him up.
He's pitting.
Yeah, he's back in the number 9 box, though, right now. It's going to hurt him. It looks like he downshifted way too far there.
Well, Brandon Needham stayed out. He will take over the lead. We'll have to go around this time to collect a bonus point, but him and Tyler Needham working together there. What are they, brothers or?
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
All right. Gonna bring up that 60 machine of Jeff Merck right here and see how his night's going so far. He's back a little bit ways from the front, but tell us how it was up front and what you were doing differently up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell right now. We haven't ran enough green flag laps to know anything. I mean, these guys are just so impatient in the back. I went back there. It's a mess. Jay's trying to get everybody to calm down over the radio, but I don't. If we could get a long green flag run, it'd be fun. But right now it's just I don't know. My night's going good, I guess.
I hear a little bit of frustration, and that's just wanting to see some green flag laps. As everyone out there and watching this is wanting to see it, because there's still good competitors out there, even though we've had to weed out drivers at this point. You're still going to be up towards the front here. What do you want to do? What's your line that you're running?
Yeah, you want to this car. You want to run up high. You don't probably want to get below that second dotted line, just because of the simple fact you get down there when you get on the throttle, it gets really loose. Which I think is what's causing a lot of that. It's causing a lot of the stuff in the back. The guys are trying to turn it down low, like they do with the B cars or the Xfinity cars. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say B cars, these cars will get super loose if you put too much wheel in them. because this is under a 1.5-mile track. A lot of people don't know these A cars, anything under a 1.5 miles, they have full power. So if you try to put the power down all at one time, rear wheels are going to break loose.
All right. Well, good insights there from the 60 machiner, Jeff Merck. We'll hopefully talk to you at the end of the evening, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Wood. Yeah, hopefully we'll put her in victory lane. We'll see.
Well, we got a damaged car out front here, Ken Richardson. He's got a lot of damage on the front of that, so I don't know if he's just gonna like kind of like, well, maybe not pull over, but not race it quite so hard there and let Max Widener get that lead. Max,
Yeah,
you can bet Max is going to be right on this.
He's going to have to be. I'm surprised to see Ken out there, but, you know, he's racing for his top 12 points, too.
Sure.
It wasn't his fault he was in the last accident, on my opinion, at least. He's looking, waiting for that. There he goes. He gets a good jump. I think that's best for the 16. The 042 drops low to block the 60.
Yeah, he come right down there in front of Merck. And Merck's down below that white line where he said he doesn't want to race, and we got one into the wall.
Yeah, it
Oh
looked
my
like Judd
gosh.
Danielson. Or Topper. I think it was Topper.
Yeah, I think it was Topper.
62 almost around.
Oh, man, yeah, he looks like Topper got into the back of him there. So there was some contact there between Topper and D'Amico. D'Amico goes back. Here comes James Lehman back to the front. He's staying out of trouble tonight, keeping the car clean and picking off one at a time to get back to the front as he clears Mike Donahue and Topper. Wow, he just drove around Topper like he was standing still.
James Lehman looks like he's been taking tires every caution. I said, keeping her clean. He's got a clean race car still.
Yep, sure does.
Up to
Looking
5th
good.
is the 8th.
Back up front here, Ken Richardson going to be coming up on lap traffic. You know, all that, the front end missing on this car, it's just cosmetic. It really means nothing. There's no aerodynamics. It's like driving a modified around here, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, you gave it a good talking to, Rudy, about, you know, being able to run with damage. It looks like the 16 machine's proving that you're right.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic because there's no aerodynamics here needed. The front fenders, a girl could be gone as long as the radiator's not damaged and it doesn't overheat on you. The wheels turn and it's not so tight that it just pushes like a dump truck into corners. Hey, you're good to go, you know. And he's out in clean air.
Yeah, Tony Gray almost took her around half a lap ago. He got her under control. These guys are doing a lot. I'm sure the admins are yelling in their headsets about keeping the car under control and racing better.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and I'm impressed with this Ken Richardson. He's coming up on some lap traffic here, though. That is just ahead of him. Try to get a number on that.
That's Wes Holland, it looks like.
And Wes has been involved in a couple of accidents tonight. And he's got, well, a little bit more damage than the leader does right now.
Yeah, I think Wes had to do some engine-looking repairs with the first caution that he was involved with.
Comes the leader by on the outside. Looks like he's going to take him on the outside. Good deal. Now Max Widener comes up on him.
And you want your lap traffic low here if the fast lane is through the middle high session. Max Widener having a little bit longer time to get around the 4. Rest of the field there getting up there. They got by the 4 pretty easy enough.
Oh, yeah. Mitchell Reeves, James Lehman, Jeffrey Merck. Merck's in 3rd right now, looking to try to pick up another position. Back a check on Josh Patterson. Now, Josh, he spun there just a little bit ago, but he's okay. He's working his way back up into 10th here.
Yeah. Josh, I mean, it's all right side damage if there was anything. I think they Papa dented it out during that last caution. So it wasn't even really a caution he was involved in. He smacked the wall and the nose was sideways and iRacing through the caution.
He's running in 10th, so he's doing good. Richardson continuing to stretch that lead out there almost a full second now over Jeffrey Merck.
Yeah, we missed something because Max Widener fell off the pace here. He's all the way back to 4th or 5th spot. Oh, Jeff Merkel almost loose off of turn 4. He collects it. I am still surprised, though, Rudy, out here with the 16 machine looking at him. Max Widener and Mitchell Reeves still going at it, but that 16 of Ken Richardson, no nose and a ton of speed. Here comes Jeff Merck, though, increasing his position on the track.
Yeah, he's starting to close that gap up a little bit on Richardson. You know, eventually the damage does come into play. You know, eventually. You know, he could have maybe just a tick of engine damage in that. Might not be getting the full RPMs out of it that he can get, but, or it might be a little tight in the corners, and that's how Jeffrey Merck is catching up to him.
Yeah, and there's still a bigger shark behind them, those front two,
Oh, yeah.
and that's James Lehman. He is racing what he has, and one of the cleaner cars like Jeff Merck out here, still with no damage on that 8 machine.
He led the first 27 laps of the race, and man, he wants to get back to the front.
Yeah, clean air is really helping Ken Richardson, like you said. These A cars, and Jeff Merck mentioned it too in his interview, that just being out front, clean air. Jeff Merck almost to the back bumper of that 16 machine, but it's hard to pass when you're right on the bumper.
We're riding on board here with Jeff Merck now, as he is closing the gap up on him in the corners. He's driving it in a little deeper there than Ken Richardson.
Yeah,
I think that's how he's gaining.
Ken's about a half a line down on the center of the corner than what Jeff Merck is. Their exit's about similar too, but at different points.
Right.
Merck's carrying too much, or not too much, but a lot more speed off the corner.
So Ken could have, his car could be just a touch on the tight side maybe right now, and that's why you know he's just a little slower. He's running good speeds. For the damage he's got, he's running excellent speed.
Yeah, all hands down. I mean, nose missing, like you said, it's a modified in all purposes. He'll probably eventually have to let Merck pass and the rest of them, but, you know, being out front as long as he has, that 16 of Ken Richardson leading this race with a damaged car. Yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow.
68 of Brandon Thornhill and the 62 of Michael D'Amico.
Oh, let's go back and take a look here. The 062 and the 62. I want to, is that what? Ooh,
68.
Okay. I'm on board here with D'Amico right now. See what happens here. Okay, 68's coming up underneath him right now. Oh, I don't know. D'Amico might have come over into him. I'm not going to say that for sure, but oh man, let's go back and take a look at this from a different view. Down here a little bit closer. Well, they kind of met in the middle, I think. D'Amico was coming down, but Brandon was coming up. So I think they just kind of met in the middle right there. They're both going to get some damage.
D'Amico walked it down maybe just a little bit, and maybe Thornhill walked it up. So they're probably saying, this is my spot, this is my spot.
Yeah, that could have been. That could have been. Yep. Well, Miko's got a little more damage now that he's got to get fixed up. So, but we got a brand new leader out front now, Brandon Needham. He was out there a little while ago, but he didn't stay out long enough to lead a lap. So I think he's going to do that this time.
Yeah, I mean, with the lower cars, we got about 20 on the lead lap. I think Daniel Smallwood finally back out on the track.
Yep.
He's 7 laps down, so.
Who are you going to talk to?
Oh, I'm going to bring up Ken Richardson. I'm going to pat him on the back for doing such a great job in that 16 machine. Ken, you may not have the prettiest car out there, but tell us what's going on with it.
Well, I had to take 2 tires in that last stop there, the one before this one we just did. It was just such a crazy race back there, and it got me out front. And they tell me I don't have a front bumper, but it still seems to be handling pretty good. So I think if I can stay up here, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you're back up to the lead as the rest of the guys in front of you pit. I mean, clean air all aside, are you doing something different? It looks like you're running maybe a half a line down from where the 60 is. Does it feel different maybe from the start of the race?
I find, for me anyway, I find that half lane down around the middle there seems to be a little bit quicker, but as the run goes on, you pretty well got to move up to keep the speed coming off the turn. So it moves around a little bit. For sure, the bottom groove is no good at all.
All right, Ken. I mean, colored me surprised with all that damage out front, but we are on a short track. You're doing good there, buddy. Hopefully it continues on for you, and we'll hopefully talk to you at the end of the race, man.
All right, talk to you guys later.
I mean, he's going to be back out front, going to probably get that huge jump again. James Lehman, Jeff Merck, Mitchell Reeves are, beginning top 5 kind of guys are back up front with Ken Richardson just with the spark of insanity out front right now. That was that was a good longer run, wouldn't you say, Rudy? That was a better fleshed out type of run. Fortunately, it ended with some contact between 2 guys that had been doing well all night. Yeah, it's 1 extra point there for Wes Holland if he can get it. Pace car looking to dive here. There it goes. Waiting to see what Ken Richardson does. He gets the early jump. Green flag flies. He gets a great jump. 60's going to have to jump down. Nope, he doesn't go for the block. Good on him. He's going to stay in the fast lane on the high side. Yep, Ken may be finding himself under fire. Jeff Merck is not going to push the position, but James Lehman just might. I know he's what people define as aggressive sometimes, but the 8 machine's just running hard. Yep, this is the best spot for the 60 to pass. They're not touching just yet. This is close, but oh, Lehman dives it. Oh, Lehman loose. We knew that was going to happen. Yep, Lehman's going to have to march now with older tires or, oldish tires back from the 6th spot. Jeff Merck out front. That was good passing up front. Ken Richardson, running his race too. Didn't give an inch, but, battled hard himself. Mitch Reeves looks like he wants to do the setup just like Jeff Merck did. That's what you're going to have to get Richardson. Richardson's not going to give that high line. Mitch Reeves, Ken. Around.
Yellow flag is out.
Yeah, Mitch had a lot of speed carried in, but, at the same time, you can still carry more speed on the high side. Mitch just pushed the situation right there. Yeah, I mean, he can run with damage, Rudy. We've seen it. So if anyone out here can. Maybe he towed it there out of frustration. Oh, gee, we've talked to them all. They're winding down the cars here. 18 on the lead lap. Let's see. See, Mr. Donahue's down in TeamSpeak somewhere. Now, let's bring up that 70 machine and give him a good talking to about his race. Mr. Donahue, you got a copy?
10-4.
All right, man. Looks like you're in a top 5 position. Have a cleanish car there, staying out of trouble. Knock on wood right now for you. What you got going on in the top 10 here?
Oh, just settle in, and there's some great racing going on up front here. Just following the fast boys. I think I got a decent piece, golden pace, and just keep alive for the last 20-30 laps.
Yeah, it seems to be the question as we're racking up those yellow flag numbers. Do you got anything you could do differently, maybe compared to a leader? Have you seen a fast line that you want to emulate and try to copy, like the 8 machine in front of you, if you want to go to a different line?
Yeah, he's running just a skosh higher than myself, and I'd love to be up there, but yeah, he's right on the edge of when he comes off the corner, just not brushing the wall, straight as a pin. I wish I had that skill set, but unfortunately, it's not my bag of tools.
No, I mean, run what you brought, and you're doing well, obviously, here in the top 5 for the second half of the race. We've seen you march up there. Looks like we're going to be doubling up here on this next lap to come. Tires, fuel, anything you got to worry about for this last half?
No, I don't think so. Tires are really hanging on a lot more longer than I thought they would. So let's just rack them up and go here. This is entertaining. I hope you guys are getting a good show going on up there.
We are during the green flags at least, but thanks for the interview here, Mike, and maybe we'll see you there at the end of the race.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, Jeffrey Merck. So hanging on to the lead. Max Widener second. James Lehman third. Mike Donahue fourth. And Tony Gray now into the top 5.
Yep, Tony's sitting there. We've seen him earlier on, but I mentioned he broke loose. Looks like he has some inside left damage there towards the rear tire. I'd like to see what the 204 brings here tonight as we close out these laps.
Well, hey, Derek, how you doing? You're not hearing me. Hey, Covington says you're not hearing me? What? Okay. I wasn't saying anything. Maybe that's why you weren't hearing me. I don't know.
I hear you, Rudy.
Okay, that's good. All right. Here we go, folks. Back to green. Jeff Merck, boy, I'll tell you what, he's been on a roll here tonight. I think he's led the most laps. And there we go, green, green, green.
Green flag.
Quick jump again, but I think he's been out there too long that the rest of the field anticipated it the best they could. Looks like James Lehman's going to have to battle with Max Widener now.
Oh, and he just got a great run off of the corner. Look at that run he just pulled off. Whoa. He was powering it out before it ever even got to the corner. He was already into the power. Man, that's amazing. That car is hooked up big time.
Yep, James Lehman just has to fight the urge to dive it low, and he'll have a fast car.
Donahue into 4, Josh Patterson F. Patterson all over the back of Donahue. And here he goes looking to the inside.
Can't get too low. Patterson's really far down there, Rudy.
Yeah, he's
lose
down
a lot of
there.
Speed.
Yeah, because you gotta feather that throttle when you come out the corner, and he just lost everything he gained right there. And here comes Tony Gray on the outside.
See, he did a better job. Maybe it's just the deepness, how far you can get into 4 that screws you up sometimes. You could run a lot more speed in turn 4. Patterson's really got to watch it here. He drives a good line right there through 4, but that's just off the back of the 70 machine. Mitch Reeves now looking to pass Gilmore and Gray.
Well, we got James Lehman up here right now looking to try to get around Merck.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow.
We got a caution.
58 machine of Jay Hughes, or Jay Smoke, excuse me. Single car incident.
Go back and see this. He's already on pit road, so he was out there just trying to pick up some positions because he had spent quite a few laps on pit road getting that damage fixed from earlier.
Yeah, Smoke's also one of our admins. I think he took a little bit extra time too to get the race in shape as best as he could.
And there he goes. He just got, yep, he all by himself. He spun around right there in front of traffic. Wow. Well, he didn't hit the wall too hard, but he towed the pit road. Why he did that, but
I think he was just trying to clear it before if anyone stacked up behind him.
frustrations are kicking in.
Oh yeah, I would say so. I mean, these leaders, all they want to do is go green, and I think we've seen one caution come from the lead group. I'm air quoting here, lead group. Here comes Merck down pit road.
Yep, everybody's coming in. That's caution number 11.
Oh, they're really racking it up. This is a difficult situation. This is the most cautions they've seen in quite a while here at Loose Lug Nuts, at least over a 4-week period. $14 machines stayed out. Looks like Kevin Fetty maybe also stayed out. Can't get a number on that.
Kevin Fetty, number 94.
Yep.
Yep. Tyler Needham on the 096. Sean Dorr, 4th place for him. Sean's car, he's got just a tick of damage on it. Nothing too serious, but
he was up there early on.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars up here that got damage. It's short track racing, Jeff. If you come into here tonight thinking you're not going to get damaged, wow, maybe you should have went somewhere else, because this is short track racing. You're going to get damage.
Yeah, 14 goes down pit road. I think they're just offsetting their tires here.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys that choose to go in second there. So that's going to put, who's back up front here?
Kevin Fetty
stays out.
Yep.
I think a couple guys behind Kevin Fetty wanted Kevin Fetty to pull down. Looks like Kevin Winter, maybe Kyle Chadwick there also, trying to get some laps back.
Yep. All right, so Jay Smoke's still sitting on pit road. Wesley Holland's back out on the track. Ken Richardson takes his car behind the wall. And I think he was heading for having a good run here tonight. I really think that, well, I guess he must have just had too much damage to continue on.
Yeah, I mean, he did command the longest green flag run out front there with that 16 machine. So, at least he can think happy about that portion of the race, but probably a little bit frustrated with the amount of cautions like we all are, and along with, guys who maybe just stick their nose sometimes too far in. So it looks like, I believe the 204 machine pitted, but he may have only taken 2 tires, and that's Tony Gray.
Yeah, I do believe he did, because he was only on pit road for 7 seconds. So yeah, he did a 2-tire change. And we've already been seeing guys do it. Ken Richardson said he did that earlier. He did 2 tires just for track position. Get out front and get away from the wrecks.
Yeah, large portion of them have been in the rear of the field.
Got 22 drivers on the track right now. Get ready to go back green, so get them going, Jeff.
All right, looking for that pace car to drop. There it goes, 94 Kevin Fetty. Third person to do something different. He lights her up right before the flag goes, gets a good jump, spin the tires from the 204 Tony Gray there. Wow, Merck sent it down there.
Oh man, he did. And in the inside of Kevin Fetty, he wants to be out in that clean air.
Yeah, he's going to have to battle through turn number 4. Looks like the rest of them got off clean. Jeff Burke this is his opportunity to get away. Contact there with the 026.
Wow, these guys are racing hard up here. Fetty does not want Merck to get that lead, but Merck clears him, and he is off.
Yeah, Widener and Patterson are back there door to door. Lehman's back on their bumper now.
Lehman right there following Patterson around. Those two have been really fast tonight. Patterson coming all the way from, I think it was 23rd. Yeah, 23rd position.
Max Widener leaning down a little bit on Patterson there. I've got to give the 026 a little bit more room on that straightaway.
He's keeping him right down on the bottom to try to make him tight. He's doing just the leader Merck. Oh no!
No caution. iRacing hasn't.
Holy
I'm backing it up
smoke.
on my end. He just broke loose, Rudy.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and take a look at it too here because, I mean, that was unbelievable, man. He had such a huge lead out there in that clean air. I'm just kind of wondering if tires may have come into play on that.
Using too much throttle with newer tires of Jeff Merck.
Yep, no heat in them tires yet. He should be coming off right here pretty quick here. Just see what he does. Oh, that car. Oh, man, he tried to save it. He is really lucky, though, man. He locked that thing down. He locked it down. Okay, so now we have a caution?
Yeah, I'm seeing caution on my screen.
Yep.
It goes on my caution cam, it goes all the way back to Jeff Merck, but I know that's not the caution.
Yeah, I don't see where it was.
Maybe
Let's
the
see.
024 John Henderson. He's slow on the inside.
Yeah, I'm not catching it here, so I don't know where they caution.
I'll have it here in a second. I thought I saw it. It was the 110 of Andrew Foston.
That's what I thought, but let me go back here and see.
His spin was less than Merck, and it caused a caution.
I think I missed it.
And it was probably more than 30 seconds back there, Rudy. And it's single car caution.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm losing everything, man. Well, they put Josh Patterson out front now.
Yep, he stays out. Looks like Kevin Fetty went down the pits. He was the leader going into that caution. James Lehman pits, Donahue pits, Romack pits. Dower may have taken 2 tires. He's back out on the field already. Or maybe no, he's third.
Yeah, he's third. Why don't we talk to him? We haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. He's coming to pit road.
Yep. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
We'll still bring him up here in a second because he's had a good race. Let him pit real quick.
Yeah, he started 26th on the field. That's a long ways back. And to still be surviving here, that's pretty impressive.
Yep. I mean, that's the name of the game here tonight. Unfortunately, on this mile speedway at New Hampshire, is survive. And that's what we're seeing. We'll give that 26 or usually the 62, except that's D'Amico's number here in the league. So he's reversed it here this evening.
He must be getting damage fixed up or something because he's on pit road for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I was hoping to get an interview with him before we doubled up. I have to watch when we start to double up. That is, let me know when he gets off pit road.
He's still sitting there.
Yeah, well, it's also been a long race. He could, there he goes.
There he goes,
He
yeah.
had to run to the bathroom. All right, we'll bring him up. Talk to Sean Dewar here. Surviving the night with a long pit stop there. First off, tell us how long that pit stop was for.
From the incident from before, I've been involved in a real bad wreck, and I had 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minutes of optional repairs. that I have been fixing for the last 55, 60 laps. So
Oh, wow.
it's been a long, long night, and I just didn't want to give up, you know. But so yeah, that's what I've been doing every pit stop, trying to stay in it, get this damage fixed. Maybe you all can tell me, but am I missing my front end?
No, it's
Not
there.
on our end. Yeah, so I mean, surviving the night key here for you. You're still on the lead lap, which is, you know, a great thing. What are you shooting for here at the end of the race?
To be honest with you, I am just trying to shoot to finish the race. I've been concentrating really hard on the 13 incident level.
All right, Sean.
And
I hate to
okay,
cut you
go
off.
ahead.
We're about to go
Yep.
green here.
Thank you, guys.
I didn't realize it. Okay, green is out. We're back underway.
Yeah, that one snuck up on me.
Yeah,
this
it
time.
did.
Patterson out front.
Yeah, it caught up to us real quick there. Tony Gray, third place. And he's got James Lehman on his tail with Kevin Fetty. Mitchell Reeves still hanging in here. Him and Fetty still going at it side by side. Gosh, they've been doing this for quite a few laps now.
Oh, looks like Mitt got it off the
Yep,
turn 4
finally.
as Lehman did the same thing at the stripe, getting into third.
Lehman, he puts it in there hard, right on that back corner panel of Max Widener. And Max barely touched the wall, and that was just enough. Dropped the momentum in that car just enough that James Lehman got by.
Yeah, Max went there and blocked Gray too to say, I don't want to lose any more position. Now Lehman is looking at Josh Patterson. Boy, he's just fast on the field. There goes Lehman to the inside of turn number 1.
He's been wanting this lead back, and boy, we're in the closing laps here, down to 39 to go at the line.
Oh, wow.
Wow, did he slide that in there?
He dirt races sometimes on Friday nights here at Loose Lug Nuts, so he can run it sideways if he needs to, but boy, is he fast now. He's got the clean air, Rudy.
Yep, he's going to be checking out here in a few minutes. Patterson, just really no competition for him at the moment. Now maybe as you know, the race goes on here and they get wear on their tires, that could change. I don't know how hard these drivers are pushing their cars right now. Josh could be just trying to save tires.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job. 23rd to 2nd, Widener 17th to 3rd. Tony Gray also behind them, 27th to 4th. Mitch Reeves qualified 2nd. He's back there in 5th. So, yeah, I mean, run your race. Lehman's just fast at this point.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Pass coming up between teammates of Bromack, and that looks like Jeff Merck has got his car back into a top 10 spot.
Yeah, like I said, he didn't hit anything, so he was all right. You know, when he spun earlier, he didn't hit anything. If he can get back to the front, he could be challenging James Lehman and Josh Patterson up there before long.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go. Unfortunately, I think he needs that other color flag to help him out a bit more. But I've seen enough of those this evening, so I'm hoping for some long green runs here towards the end of the race.
Mitchell Reeves hanging right on Max Widener, and he's got company with Tony Gray. But Mitchell running really good. Oh, no, there he goes. Max Widener goes around.
Turned it up.
Oh. And
Should have just hooker left.
He got into Tony Gray, and I think Tony Gray is out of the race. Oh, man. He must have incidented out or something. I think that's what a lot of these drivers they're incidenting out right now.
That's true. I did forget there is a 13 incident limit.
Yeah, that's
other than
not
Tony
much.
Gray. No, it's not much. Usually it's set at 15 to 17. I think this is one of the lowest I've seen it so far. Don't know what. I didn't see any posts about lowering the incident amount.
Yeah, well, he tried to save it, but I think he overcorrected. And when he did, he come right over into Tony Gray and hit Tony. Tony hit the wall, and then he disappeared. Blink, he's gone.
That's unfortunate, Tony Gray. If you're listening now or in the future rewatching this, you had a good race, sir.
Yes.
It was nice seeing you out there.
Well, Lehman bringing them to pit road. Now, they can make it from here on fuel.
Yes.
And this is, I think, it's going to be all about managing your tires right at this point. Lehman
Yeah, I
coming
mean,
in. Mitchell
Lehman's
Reeves.
there.
Merck's on pit road. Sean Dorr stays out to lead a lap.
Yeah, he does. He might stay out there. The car looks clean. He's talking about he probably had, like he said, a lot of damage to repair. Mr. D'Amico looking for a lap back there himself.
Yeah, he's running in 17th, but he'll be able to pick up a couple more positions now. Max Widener and Tony Gray out of the race.
Yeah, Max Widener choosing to pull it behind the wall after Tony Gray incident limit out there.
D'Amico's coming to pit road, so giving
Oh,
up that
boy.
option, but so is the leader right now. Sean Dorr and looks like another car there.
Brandon
Brandon Needham. Yep, he's pit road.
And we've seen that from Sean Dorr, this late pit. I think he feels that this gives him the longest amount of time on pit road. If he's out front and then he controls when he gets down pit road.
Well, and he stayed out there to lead a lap.
Yeah, that always helps.
Now, don't forget about that. But he didn't. Oh, he didn't get the lead that lap. Oh.
No. Yeah, he did not.
He pitted just a little earlier, but he's trying to get that damage fixed. Yeah, he's doing the right thing. If eventually he's going to have all that damage fixed up on that car. Well, Josh Patterson back out front, got off pit road quicker than James Lehman did.
I think that was a tire stop, or
Yeah.
maybe James Lehman just
No.
didn't have a good stop.
No, they all did 4, but Patterson was just a couple of tenths quicker on pit road. James Lehman was.
And you can see Wes Holland, Kevin Winter. He's still out there, as is Kyle Chadwick. Chadwick 62 laps down. Wes Holland 20 laps. Who else is out there in front? Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, Kevin Winter along with that name too. Not seeing how many laps he's down. Oh, he's only 10 laps down. Doubling up, but yeah, speaking of those laps down, they're just trying to get more laps. Kevin Winter came into the night 4th in points in the Cup Series, so he's trying to maintain or at least not lose too much of those points for the top 12.
Well, get him going here, Jeff.
All right. Back again after another caution. We got about 30 to go, 31 to go here at the line. We'll see what they have left. No fuel is going to be needed technically. Here we go. Josh Patterson starts the race. Again, gets a great jump over James Lehman. Mitchell Reeves is actually going to be on the inside of the 8 machine as we head down into turn number 1.
And here comes Jeffrey Merck. He wants to get back up there to the front and lead more laps. I think he's led to most of anybody right now.
Yeah, he needs to keep Lehman in his sights. You don't want Lehman stepping away out front in that clean air. Merck goes way too far at the bottom.
Got a good run off, though, but not quite as good as Mitchell Reeves got. Mitchell's really doing a good job here keeping him back there.
Yep. Mitch running his race, not wanting to give up the fast line. Merck almost slides up to the left rear quarter panel of the O2 machine. Going to be a tough sell getting by this. Here goes Lehman for the lead. 2 battles going on.
And almost touching. Wow. And I'm telling you, Merck and Mitchell Reeves right now are having a blast.
The yellow flag is out.
And we got a caution again. Mike Donahue going around.
Oh boy, heavy contact with the 095 and the 003.
Mike Donahue, I don't know what.
He just turned left off of turn 4 right at the stripe, and there was a couple guys there that made a tried to go to
he
the bottom.
bounced off the wall, man. Oh man. Oh, and then he got hit again. Oh my.
Yeah, Topper nailed him. I think Brandon Needham nailed him. Those guys got all engine damage.
Wow. All right, well, back up live. Addison's still in the lead. Now I'm kind of wondering if any of these guys are going to pit or if they're just going to stay out now because they've got enough fuel and they've got their tires are good enough to make it.
Yeah, I mean they could. We're gonna lose a couple more cars here. I think Topper's done for the evening, along with Donahue might be done with some engine damage. But do you really want to give away position here out front if you're Patterson? I would say no at this point.
Right.
Fastest guy all night has been between the 8 machine and the 60 machine. Those guys are still left out front. D'Amico gets a lap back there around the pace car. He's going to be around 3 laps down. Good to him. He's sticking it out there. D'Amico had a good top 5 car early on, just involved in an incident in the middle of the field when he did pit. To pit or not to pit is the question at certain situations this evening. How far do you want to go back and be involved in those cautions that we've seen in the rear of the field?
Well, he's got a possibility if he keeps going, he could possibly pull out a top 10 out of it. Because we've got a lot of guys on pit road right now. It depends on where they go and when they come out, where he's going to finish. Yeah, with Topper, Donahue, and Brandon Thornhill still on pit road. This lap by here, he's going to pass them.
Yep. I think Topper's trying to keep her on the track. He's trying to get damage repaired. He's a top 10 guy in the Cup Series in points. He's trying to maintain that. I know he has a top 10 in the trucks at least, so he's trying to double up his chances. But Max Widener, he's off the track. He's going to fall back. That's going to increase opportunities for Kevin Winter. Tony Gray's off the track. So, you know, all about what you can maintain in points at this position of the race for some of these guys.
Yep. The what is that caution number 14?
Boy, they're getting up there close to a record that I don't want to see repeated. That record was at Bristol during, I believe, the Winter Series. Mr. D'Amico covered that race with me. So I don't want to see that number broken. I won't say it out loud, but we got a little bit longer to go for us. I don't think we can fit 10 more in there.
We're coming to 24 to go this time. So they get the restart. 24 laps to go.
Yep. 24 laps to go, and a lot of these drivers just looking to finish this race and look at Dega if that's any consolation. Loose Lug not normally a super speedway, but some of these guys might be looking for the refreshing long straightaways and just nose to tail with their competitors the entire time.
And teamwork.
And teamwork, yes. Teamwork essential at the super speedways. We'll be seeing that next week. Here we go, though. With this restart, Porsche pace car going to drop. Patterson has the lead here. He'll have the restart. Lehman really leaning in on him, trying to see that front. There goes Patterson. Lehman got a decent restart. Mitchell Reeves probably better just by a tenth there on that restart and in his drag racing ways. Merck on the outside in that fast line as we go through 1 and 2.
And Lehman looking to the inside.
Patterson was
way
loose.
up high.
Yeah, he got loose on entry there.
My. Well, you got to think about these guys. They're starting to creep up on the tires. They're having a lot of wear on them. But Merck may be looking to try to get around Patterson. If Patterson makes another bobble like he just did and let Lehman by, Merck's going to get by. And Merck's going to set his sights on Lehman.
Yeah, Merck doesn't want to work too long on Patterson. It looks like he is faster than the 026, but just can't get the fast line by him. At this point, James Lehman saying goodbye to the field. 60 needs to hurry up and get around safely.
And I think he does not want Merck to get that outside line. If you watch his entry and exit into the corners, Patterson's, he's kind of using that lane where Merck wants to be to try to get a run on the outside of him. So I think Merck's just being patient right now. He's going to wait. You know, they got enough laps here to go. But he does not want to wait too awful long, because the longer he waits, the further Lehman's getting out there.
I mean, Lehman's not stepping away like he normally does, but at the same point, yeah, you got to be a little bit frustrated if you're the 60. You feel like you're the faster car, and Patterson, he's doing nothing wrong. He's having a great race. He's holding his line. He's not into anyone, so you know, kudos to him, and he has the option to run what line he wants here in front of the 60. Oh, Lehman loose.
Oh, yeah. Let's kind of stack them three up a little bit. Now, Patterson's not too far, and Merck's sitting there, man. He is ready to pounce at any time now.
Yep, Jeff Merck and Patterson somewhat.
There he goes, looking again to the inside.
Oh, gosh. He's got it. He's got the door panel. He drives it deep.
Man, I'll tell you, he sure did, and slide right up in front of Patterson. And it was a clean pass. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that pass. He didn't like slide it up there and almost take the nose off of Patterson. He had plenty of room. Mitchell Reeves started second tonight. Still hanging on to fourth. A little bit of damage on the car, but he's hanging in. The car's still fast.
Yeah, we talked to him early on in the night, and he says he just wants to hopefully be here for a podium finish. If he can get there, he's going to have to work on Patterson to get that podium spot. But, you know, damaged car or not, good race from the 02.
Sir. Kevin Fetty, 5th place. You guys are falling back quite far. Jeff Gilmore, we ain't talked about him all night, coming from 27th to 6th place. And that car looked pretty clean.
Yeah, Gilmore, Jeff Happy Gilmore, as we like to use his nickname sometimes here.
Yep.
He doesn't push the issue, and he probably came in the night knowing that he was going to survive it and have to run his race, and that's what he's doing. He's almost into a top 5 spot.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of leagues could use guys like that they run their own race. You know? I always say the first half of the race, you go out and you race the track. You know? Second half of the race, you race the competitor.
Yep. Josh Patterson almost into the wall there.
If you do that, it's going to be a great race. Just go out and race the track, you know, just kick back, you know, put your feet up on the dash and turn the tunes on and just cruise for the first half of the race.
Yeah,
I mean, tell you, Mitchell Reeves is all over Patterson, ain't he?
Yeah, Patterson almost, he's got the right rear to scrape the wall a couple times, and Mitch has just been right on the rear end of the 026, looking or, you know what, semi-forcing and hoping he can make a mistake to get by him.
Oh,
there he goes, a little bit
he
slow.
got a good run.
He's going to have to send it like Merck did.
And Patterson comes right back on the outside, but boy, it's up so high in the corner.
Yeah, Mitch is going to get slow off. Oh, Patterson a little bit into the wall.
Yep, and Mitchell gets by him. Back up front, James Lehman just staying far enough ahead of Merck because he knows Merck's fast. 13 to go at the line.
Yeah, and this is where the 60 machine wants to be looking at is the back end. Well, probably not looking at it, but at least if he's got to run towards the front, he needs to see where James Lehman's running his fast line too.
We're riding on board with Jeff Merck right now, and you can see Lehman right there. Merck's getting good runs off the corners, but man, just kind of equal times there to James Lehman right now. Lehman's got some lap traffic coming up though.
Yep, that could destroy the clean air advantage the 8 machines get. I think 60 has that clean air advantage now based on the spacing, but you know, lap traffic can be difficult sometimes, Rudy.
Yeah, well, we heard earlier there, was it Condor or might have been Jeff Merck or something when we were talking to him. Oh, Lehman just got really tight in the corner right there, or loose in the entry, I should say. Anyhow, he said about the car, you know, the way the cars were feeling, they got full power out there on these 1 mile tracks. They got full horsepower on them cars, 850 horse.
Yeah, that's what I believe the 60 machine of Jeff Merck quoted right there from Rudy. Just if you got all that power and, you know, you can't lay it down all at once, and, you know, if he had a piece of advice as Merck scrapes the wall, don't try to lay in full power on these mile and less tracks.
Yep, you got to just slowly push that gas pedal down and you'll get up to full speed. 9 laps to go at the line.
Lap traffic coming up. This is the 68 of Brandon Thornhill. He's technically not lap traffic. He's running lead lap, so he has the option to defend his position. He goes low, gives it to James Lehman here.
Yep.
Good competitive move.
Yes. Very respectful. I like to see guys like that on the track.
Yeah, he did have the option to defend his lead lap, though. And, you know, my opinion, he could have.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He was probably way off the pace.
He was. I mean, he knows James Lehman's been fast out here tonight. And Lehman looks like he's going to get the most laps led here tonight. He's got 50 this time by. So he'll have 57 laps led if he can put that car in the victory lane.
Yeah, Jeff Merck's not going away. He closes a little bit sometimes, but they each keep messing up. I've seen James Lehman go into a corner loose. I've seen Jeff Merck not get his full speed right there on the front straightaway.
Yep.
On turn 4 exit.
It's by Patterson. Still hanging on to 4th. Jeff Gilmore now has closed the gap up onto Patterson. So he's turning on the heat here in the late runnings.
Yeah, he's got a top 5 spot looking for 4th right now. I don't think Patterson's a points involvement. I think this is the first time I've seen him on track in a while, like I said, beginning of the race. So 57, Gilmore could get one more spot. Right now, not really comparative to where points-wise, he can't gain too much more unless he passes Merck and Lehman.
All right, Lehman with about a 1 second lead over Jeffrey Merck right now, coming to 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, Merck falling off here, Rudy. May have given it all that he could here in the latter half of the race. It looks like Lehman's leading out front, or Merck's just laying back, hoping Lehman messes up at this point.
Yeah, there's no chance of him saving anything. I mean, you can't at this point in the race. You can't save anything. You got to just give it everything you got every single lap. You know? And I'm sure that's what Jeff's doing. Just trying to keep up with Lehman. But Jeff's not out in clean air like Lehman is.
Yeah, there is a possibility for dirty air, but 1.2 seconds out, I think that's a big enough gap to get some clean air involved for that 60.
Sure.
I think the 60 machine is just falling off, trying to do something different. He's comfortable in second place there, just not finding the speed that James Lehman is. I think James has stepped down a groove rather than up a groove.
Gilmore, this is a battle going on back here. Patterson and Gilmore going at it for 4th place. 3 laps to go here, folks.
And Patterson holds on that outside. We'll be back to the leaders in a second. Let's see if Gilmore can get a good run. Patterson looking to block low. Gilmore really not getting the good positioning there. He's going to hope for Patterson to mess up. Oh, that's 14 of Robert Madison of the wall.
And here he goes. Takes a look to the inside one more time. He got a little better run that time off of turn 4.
He said, "Oh boy,
slides up and
up."
Whoa!
Patterson was real nice there.
Yeah. He could have spun him out. he probably don't appreciate that move too much, but it was a must-do situation right there.
Yep. White flag
White
is
flag.
out, though. Here goes
Yes, sir.
James Lehman. No green-white checkered here tonight, Rudy. It's been a long enough race.
Yep.
So we'll see 8 do some funky stuff on the back straightaway and give me a heart attack. And watch him as he goes through 3 and 4. No mess
right.
ups from the 8.
And he brings it home. Congratulations, James Lehman winning here tonight at New Hampshire. Very good. Well, I don't know, how do you usually do your interviews? Third, second, and then first, or first, second, and third?
Whichever way you pull them up for me, Rudy.
Don't matter to me, brother. You do it like you normally do it.
All right, we'll bring up Mitchell Reeves first. Well, these guys are pretty much in the same room. So get them all waiting up here as they have a cool down lap. We're ready to fire it off whenever you are, Rudy.
Go for it.
All right, we'll bring up third place. Mitchell Reeves said he wanted to survive the night and find that podium. You do that on the off time of the drag car here this evening. Tell us about your race there with the third place finish.
It was definitely a war of attrition. We were in about every position 3 or 4 times except for first, I think. But definitely tried to make the best of it. It was a tough night, but just really kind of trying to knock the rust off, and hopefully we kind of did some of that. But it was definitely a tough night all around. We got into some people that definitely weren't trying to do that, but to come home third place can't complain with that. So.
No, I mean, it looked like you had a couple good battles there at the end with Josh Patterson and getting into the top 5 at least, having some battles. Do you think if you had a little bit of extended green flag run, you could have caught maybe Merck and Lehman up there?
Not really sure. I really going back, I really wish we would have had a long run. I really actually enjoyed the car the most once we got rolling there in that green flag run. But really my biggest issue was after I got into a couple of people on the bottom, I kind of got a little scared about going in and, diving in on somebody. But, if I would have had a little bit more confidence down on the bottom, I think we would have had a better chance. But P3 is nothing to hang your head about after a while being gone for a while. So we'll definitely take it moving to Talladega.
Yep, moving on to Talladega. Anyone you want to thank for that third place finish?
I got to give a huge shout out to John Hedrick. This Old Faithful paint scheme that I still love as much as I did the first time I saw it. Everybody at Loose Load Nuts, definitely good to see all the guys again. And hopefully we can start being around just a little bit more often.
All right, Mitch. Thanks for that, and we'll see you at Dega.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll move on to our second place finisher. Already got to talk to him here this evening, laughing about what was said there in chat. Tell us about your second place finish there, Merck.
I'll take it. I mean, I'm sure John's going to give everybody a stern talking to on Facebook. That was not one of our prouder moments here in Loose Lug Nuts Racing, I can promise you that.
No, we racked up the cautions here this evening. It looks like you and Mr. Lehman out there out front probably had the 2 faster cars to survive the night. You fell off there. I didn't expect the fall off. Did you just use up too much getting into second place?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. My problem tonight was I had my steering ratio set too low. So after about 20-25 laps, that right front was just ate up. I should have just left everything alone. But like I said, I've been playing with stuff, trying to find more speed, and I think it bit me in the ass tonight.
Yeah, it could have, but second place, nothing to shake your head at there. Anyone you want to thank for that, great finish for second?
Yeah, over here at Lone Wolf Motorsports, it's kind of a one-man band. My buddy Mitchell, or not Mitchell Reeves, my buddy Tony Romack's going to come over and run some Lone Wolf with me. He said he joined my team. So I'd like to thank Lone Wolf Motorsports, Loose Lug Nuts Racing, Ronald Klein for all he does, Jay Smoke, admin in this series, John Hendrick for the paint, and looking forward to Talladega next week.
Yep, got the big track ahead of us. Congrats on second again, and we'll see you then.
Thanks, Mr. Wood.
All right, final guy, our winner here tonight, the 8. We've talked to him early on. He's won the race out front. Tell us about that, James.
It's just, it was a pretty long night, with all the cautions and everything, but it was mainly just stay out front and stay out of trouble as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, definitely caution heavy. You seem to have a clean car. You were able to, bob and weave around what you needed to when you did take tires during the middle of the race. Had a super fast car. Looked like you had some corner entry problems sometimes, but uh,
Yeah, just a couple.
yeah, just a couple, and scaring us. I thought you were just pulling over there at the end or something, but you're dancing on the back straightaway. Seem to have a better control of the car than some here tonight. Do you see that as some of the problem? Maybe more practice time for the guys that didn't put down so many laps.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we here, mainly us Bad Apple team. We host a 2-hour practice every before the races. And it's usually just the same 6 to 7 people, but you see those same 6, 7 people finishing, with the least amount of damage. And well, I mean, some of them, they get screwed over because they get caught up in wrecks, but that's just part of the game. But for sure, more practice makes you better for sure, and a lot of people don't realize that yet.
Yep, racking up some wins, second all time in wins in loose lug nuts now for sure. Definitely, I think you were up to about 15 wins now. But anyone you want to thank here for first place finish?
I want to give a shout out to Kyle Chadwick for his V6 Camaro. I don't know who buys a Camaro and gets the V6, but I had to do that for him. But everybody at Loose Lug Nuts for coming out for a great night. And everybody at Bad Apple Racing. And is it ASM or is it MaxSpeedTV?
We're on max speed tonight.
Okay, all right, MaxSpeedTV. Well, my buddy Rudy. Woo! Missed that man. I haven't talked to you in years. Woo!
Yeah, good
Had some
run
time.
tonight, man. That was awesome. That was really impressive.
Thank you, man.
You have come a long ways as a driver, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I've been told by some of the greats that you and me know.
Yep.
WCR mainly and
Yep.
SRA. They've all told me they've like, man, you've grown.
Yeah, you've come a long ways, man, since the last time I seen you race. Yep. I mean, leaps and bounds, man.
Yeah. The
Pretty
deployment
good.
did something to me. I
Yep.
don't know what
Yep.
it did.
Thought
I
you
think it was,
discipline.
yeah, I think it was a good break too for almost a year off of here.
Yep. Discipline.
Remind me how much fun it was.
On a short track like this, it takes a lot of discipline. You want to dive it into a corner on a guy, or you want to slide it up in front of somebody, or
Oh yeah.
it takes a lot of discipline. And I think that probably taught you a lot right there. And great run tonight. That was
Just
really
being
impressive.
patient. Being patient's one of the biggest keys of short track racing. You can be fast all you want, but being patient in traffic is what wins you races.
All right. Thanks for those little quotes there at the end, Mr. James Lehman. We'll see you next week at the big track of Talladega.
Oh, buddy.
Yep. I don't think it's a 50-50 split of what we might see, but we got to go through it, and that's what we're going to do all next week on Loose Lug Nuts. We'll see you then, James.
Thank you.
Well, Rudy, I'd quick shout out to you and thank you for covering here tonight to get
Yeah.
Loose Lug Nuts Cup Series live. A little bit of a long one, unfortunately, but we had some great moments tonight.
Sure did. Well, let's run down through the final results here, Jeff, before we get out of here. Lehman coming home with the win. Jeffrey Merck in second. Mitchell Reeves third. Jeff Gilmore. Heck, this thing just kicked on. Jeffrey Gilmore in second place. Josh Patterson, fourth. Josh Patterson fifth. Robert Mattis in sixth place. Kevin Fetty in seventh. Tyler Needham's eighth. Tony Romack ninth. And John Henderson rounds out the top 10. Okay?
Yeah, we'll get the rest of the guys that finished the race here. Sean Dewar was 11th. He held on to that car towards the end. Brandon Thornhill 12th. Kevin Winter finishes the race 10 laps down in 13th. Wes Holland 14th. I think I saw Topper Dugas hang in there for a couple extra laps. He finishes 17th. The rest of the guys like D'Amico, who finished 15th. I think Donahue may have got out there for a lap. He finishes 16th. A lot of attrition throughout the field. We won't cover it that far down, but 10 cars on the lead, or 11 cars on the lead lap, and about 15 of them finishing here.
All right, folks. Well, anything else you wanted to put out there, Jeff, before we
No,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
air?
Yet again, if you're interested in loose lug nuts racing, find us on the iRacing portal, obviously, or Facebook page. Sign up, get involved. A lot of things, like I said. Thanks to Rudy and MaxSpeedTV for covering tonight over ASM. We'll be back there hopefully next week, and further partnership with MaxSpeed always and for loose lug nuts. And we'll see everyone then that time, Rudy.
Roger that. All right, folks. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.